losing weight. Let's talk about it. And no, I'm not saying if you don't want to lose weight, this video is not for you. Not everybody wants to lose weight. Not everybody has the same body goals. Like, I totally understand that. And body image is such a, like, you know, everybody for themselves, like, has a different idea of what they would like for that regard of their life. If that's my disclaimer, okay? But just like my personal story, I'm somebody who like loves working out. I'm really familiar with like fitness and even nutrition. Like, I actually was like vegan for years. I was vegetarian. I did the raw food. I did paleo. I did grain free. Like, I'm actually like very much invested in that world because I had health issues, honestly. Like, but like about 2 years ago or like a year and a half ago, I lost 10 pounds, and that like made a really big difference for me because I'm kind of petite and like weight just shows up differently. Like, I can gain 1 pound and like it just gets distributed weird, like it's just my body type. So losing 10 pounds, and I did it in a healthy way, and I did it by like adjusting. Like, I just did so much work on mostly my mentality around health and fitness to get to that point, and I was like really content. Like, that was basically like the peak of my health and fitness journey, was getting to like the body type that I wanted. And I did it in a healthy way, which is what's so important, because obviously you can do this kind of stuff in an unhealthy way. But anyways, fast forward, recently I've gained weight. I'm not at the weight that I was before, but I've gained a significant amount of weight for me, like and overall I just felt really uncomfortable and like dissatisfied with like my body appearance and just feeling like sluggish overall. So here are some things that I've learned just trying to get in the space that I was before, basically. And yeah, so I've kind of shared on my page that I deal with binge eating, and it's just something that like comes and goes, and it's really annoying, but there's a lot of inner work that has to go around binge eating because it really is all mental, and it's so much deeper than just wanting to enjoy food. Like, there's reasons behind it, whether it's emotional, mental, like everybody has reasons behind any kind of disordered eating. Trigger warning, I'll probably put that on the screen. So that was something that I had to work through, was just getting to the root of like why I'm binge eating, and that's obviously a big reason for my weight gain. And so I've been having to like retrain my brain, basically. And the thing that I've realized lately that I think has really helped me the most is that yes, binge eating contributed to my weight gain, but more than that, binge eating is basically a disconnection from like the mind and body. And for me personally, I discovered the root of why I was kind of going back to this behavior was because I wasn't occupying my mind, and I just kind of fell into like this aimless kind of like demotivated, lackluster state of mind. And it had way more to do than with my body image. It was just like the way that I was like looking at life. And that's just been like a huge revelation for me, because basically I've had to like go back to ground zero and start with the mind body practices that I used to do. So for example, yoga, just like unplugging from like constant distractions, like being online for too long, or just like not having a sense of purpose, not having motivation. Like, that was like my own personal like inner work journey that I had to go on. So if you're somebody who struggles with disordered eating, and you want to know more about like the inner work process behind why you're doing those things and how to like overcome it, then I can definitely make more videos on that. But yeah, just a reminder that like inner work plays a role in like every single area of your life. And the biggest thing that I've learned when it comes to losing weight, you know, even gaining weight, or just maintaining your physique, or trying to get to the physique that you want, whatever your individual goals may be, is to not underestimate the practice of mindfulness. And you know, you hear it all the time, but like mindfulness is the biggest thing, because for example, with binge eating, when you're binging, you're disconnected from your mind, you're disconnected from your body. It's a total disassociative experience. So being mindful how it shows up when you're eating, if you're somebody who is in a similar track as me, similar story, is being mindful when you're eating. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't, like, I understand wanting to watch something when you're eating. Like, I feel like that's, like, I don't know, I don't feel ashamed about that. Like, I like what I like Real Housewives, it is what it is. But more so, it's about like literally like experiencing the food that you're eating, like while you're eating it, like just tuning more into the present moment while you're eating. More than that, listening to your hunger cues, like listening to your body, like when you're full, when you're hungry, are you eating out of boredom? Like, it's just so much of like a mindfulness practice, because the minute that you lose that mindfulness is where things get off track, where things get messy. So just practicing mindfulness basically is how I'm approaching weight loss right now in the current moment. And honestly, for me, realizing that I was really disconnected from my mind and body was the first kind of like crumb that I got. And now it's just all about like being mindful when I'm eating, really tuning into my body and seeing if I'm hungry or not, if I'm eating out of boredom, which I was many times, if I'm eating to distract myself, if I'm eating because this is a big one for women, it's the only like source. Like, I heard this somewhere that if you are overeating, it's because you're lacking pleasure in other areas of your life. So that was something that I had to revisit for myself, like, because if food is occupying such a huge part in your mind, like in your daily life, and like, there's like, food obsession, and just like if you're overly fixated on like what you're going to eat, or if you're just, you will know personally if you're thinking too much about food on a daily basis, or even your fitness. Like, over exercising is also a form of like, not eating, like disordered eating. But basically, like, tune back into your body, listen to your cues, and just be more mindful overall. And mindfulness can also look like keeping a food journal, keeping a record of how you feel after you eat something. Like, there's so many different ways that you can approach mindfulness when it comes to eating. But excessive weight gain is a symptom of something much larger, and it's worthwhile to like revisit that. So I would love to make more videos on this topic, especially because I'm personally going through it right now, my own inner work journey around food and eating and fitness and physique. So yeah, just mindfulness, it really comes down to that. Another thing I've been doing is affirmations, and it's like, I can't believe that it was that simple because I used to do affirmations all the time. But an affirmation as simple as like, I deserve to feel good in my body. I am allowed to lose weight. I am allowed to feel good in my body. Losing weight gets to be fun, gets to be easy. Like, simple affirmations like this are literally like life-changing. Just say it to yourself first thing in the morning, and it helps you like just rewire your brain, you know what I mean? So that's my 2 cents on weight loss. Yeah. I'm gonna give you ladies a hack for feeling more confident in your body, and just a lovely practice to practice. One, body acceptance, just to raise your vibes in terms of body image. And if you're somebody that's like self-conscious about your body, this and that, it's natural. Sometimes we're going to be more self-conscious than other times. Summertime might be one of those times that you feel it a bit more because, we're showing skin, it's hot, who the heck wants to wear clothes, right? Well, this is something that you want to do. Is basically spend more time naked in your room when you're by yourself. Like, just spend a little bit of time naked. Guess what? We were born naked. We're gonna die naked probably. But just like seeing yourself in the mirror, accepting how you look, getting more comfortable with your own body is like the first step to practicing body acceptance and raising your perception of your body image. Because you look in the mirror, take it all in, you accept it, and you find things that you like instead of like looking in the mirror and like picking yourself apart, like we're almost like trained to do. Look in the mirror and find things that you like. Find 1 or 2 things that you like, and just get comfortable with your own naked body. Just try it out and let me know how you feel. I feel like this is something that I did like before, and I'm doing it again a little bit just to like feel comfortable, because you can buy clothes, you can feel comfortable once you have like your garments on that you paid for, you know, that you like, that kind of dress up this vessel that we have. But like accepting yourself naked as is without any of those things is way more powerful than feeling confident when you're putting on all of these external stuff, because your naked body is what it is. It's the truth, you know what I mean? So yeah, spend more time naked. And even if it's like literally 2 minutes after the shower, just don't put your clothes on right away and just feel comfortable in your body. That's like the first step to feeling more confident. And what better time to do it than when you are naked? Hey guys, so I was just chatting with my friend and I want to share like kind of what we were talking about on here, because I feel like it's a positive mentality. And it's basically like, girl, okay, first of all, I have this bathing suit, right? And I always told myself, like, I'm gonna wear it because it's kind of like revealing. It has a cutout, like, you know. I always told myself I'll wear it when I get that body that I'm wanting, when I'm skinny enough or when I'm fit enough, and you know I feel secure in it. And it's like I brought it out this weekend, and I caught myself kind of debating if I should wear it or not. And me and my friend were just talking. We're like, you know what? Life is so short. Wear the damn bathing suit. The shit has been sitting in your closet for like a year, and you love it, you think it's cute, you bought it for a reason. And the whole thing of like, when I get the body, it's so arbitrary. Like, live your life now, enjoy your life now. And moral of the story, that's the petty little thing, but moral of the story is it's not worth it to stress so much over your body image and like literally pick yourself apart. Because guess what, like my friend was just saying, she saw a photo of herself from like years ago and she was like, wow, I looked so good, and back then I used to pick myself apart, and now, you know, I just don't care anymore. And it's like, it was never worth the stress to begin with. So ladies, love your body now, wear your best clothes now, do everything now. Life is short. Don't pick yourself apart. Don't be so hard on yourself about your body image. Like, live your life, like actually live your life, and don't like let yourself become your biggest enemy in that way. I totally understand the whole, like, body image can be a beast, you know. I totally get it. I'm somebody that works out and I'm considered kind of fit. Like, it's never worth the stress. Okay, my friend says hello. Okay, bye. Hey guys, hope you're having an amazing day. So I'm just going to speak about some experience that I had yesterday that I think will be really useful, especially if you're somebody that deals with like binge eating. But I feel like this applies to anybody who's doing any kind of like inner work, because this is how, like, in real life, how it shows up. So if you've ever dealt with binge eating, you kind of know that it's kind of like this weird urge to just like literally like stuff your face and just like eat, and when you're in that state, you're literally like not in tune with your body, right? Because you're not listening to your body's cues to be like, am I hungry or am I full? It's like, no, F it, I'm just gonna like eat until whatever feeling I was dealing with goes away, which, if you're aware of it or not, is basically what's happening when you're binge eating. So when I kind of like woke up to this fact, and somebody put it so beautifully that it really stuck with me, and they weren't even talking about binge eating. They were just talking about these little things that we do impulsively sometimes, that we're actually trying to just stuff down our feelings and stuff down the inner child within us, or like basically like your inner child. So for example, if you're feeling sad, you might not even realize that it started with a feeling of sadness, but like that's what can lead to binge eating. So for example, for me, yesterday I'm also PMSing, but like in this instance, I was feeling sad, but I wasn't aware of it. So when I came home, it's like an unconscious pattern, binge eating, right? So it's like I wasn't feeling my best. I was low vibe. I came home, I went on DoorDash, and I'm like scrolling, and I'm catching myself kind of like thinking like, I'm not really hungry. I don't know, like I was just trying to get basically as much food to my crib as possible, because I was like, basically when you're binge eating also, you're basically just trying to like unleash your emotions and find some like comfort. So I was in this state of like trying to find the food. So I ordered the food, and even though I was kind of aware that I wasn't that hungry and that something else was going on like underneath it all, I still ordered it. So then I'm like, okay, how, after I ordered it and I realized what I was doing, I asked myself, like, how am I really feeling? Okay, I'm a little bit down right now. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little bit down. So what I did was I took aligned action, and I basically like cleaned up my depression room because it was a mess. And I just started putting little things away, and I acted on that feeling, and I let myself feel sad. And when the food came, I did still eat it, but I didn't do this whole like binge eating episode, toxic, repeating the cycle, because I kind of woke up to the fact that there was something within me that needed to be acknowledged. And in that case, it was this feeling of like sadness, loneliness, and it's over some situation that I'm just kind of like going back and forth with. But when I woke up, I stopped